like this. There's more extension, there's more range, and it'll do a lot more damage, that's for sure. So the cross is tricky because, I should say that movement is tricky because it starts from the leg and shoots up to your arm. So the last thing to fire with a punch like this is actually your elbow shoulder, if that makes sense, because your wrist will come out but you're impacting with the shoulder. So what I mean by that is, if I can do it slow enough, you're moving your ankle first, knee, hip, torso, and then wrist, elbow, shoulder. So the forces meet up kind of in the middle at the shoulder. So if you're doing it right, it should feel really late, your punch. If the impact should feel late. Like, you don't want to do them together at the same time. This should lead just by a bit, and then the ankle should lead the knee by a bit. So if I do it really slowly, it'll look like that. Boom. Boom. You don't want to throw them at the same time. A little bit staggered, just shh, shh, shh. So, how can I describe it? So, the best way is, if you have a heavy bag, actually, do it slow. Purposely do it really slow. Delay the punch as much as possible. If you're thinking about it, just throw the punch as late as you can. It's better to throw it late and get the feeling of that motion than throwing it early. So I'll try, but intentionally throw it really late. So by the time I've turned, like, I haven't even thrown my punch yet, if that makes sense. So boom, there. Here, 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 here. Don't do that, right? So practice throwing your punch really late, making sure that this is fully rotated and extended, and then you throw the punch, right? Here, here. And then as you get faster, it's harder to notice. It's like the switch step. The switch step is actually 3 steps. You move your lead leg back, you move your rear leg forward, and then you do whatever you want, the knee kick. So it's actually 3, basically, well, 3, your third attack is the, third step is the attack. So it looks like it's the same time if you watch someone who's really good, but it actually would not make sense for it to be at the same time because your momentum hasn't changed. And your balance and shift of weight hasn't changed. Like, that's, I think that's kind of weird with, especially with Taekwondo, is, well, they're more speed, so I can't really, I should take that back, but with Muay Thai, the reason there is a switch step and the reason there's a delay in this leg moving forward is so that your weight shifts and your balance shifts as well. So that when you actually kick, it's 100% here. Or when you knee, it's 100% here. Because when you switch at the same time, it's 50-50. So what's really the point of doing that? You're back at square one, basically, you know what I mean? So here, like, it's different from here, if that makes sense. So when you bring this rear leg back, or forward leg back, I'm retarded, sorry. It's, all your weight is back here for a split second, and now all your weight is here for a split second. And then now it's back here. So by switching your weight and balance, you've effectively transferred all your force into this striking leg, if that makes sense. So here, here, for the kick. Knee, here. Now I forgot what I was talking about. Punching. It'll come to me. Punching. Right, so by delaying your punch, it's almost that same thing. You're shifting. See, the thing with punches is you're not shifting balance, so it's harder to see. You're shifting momentum or force. Like, I can't draw it out, I can't show you, I don't have CGI or any advanced special whatever effects, but if you were to draw a line of where the force of the punch would be, it would start out here and work its way up to the shoulder as you punch. It's not at the same time. That's all I can really describe for that. One thing I forgot to mention was make sure you exhale when you punch. It keeps your core tight, and in case they do counterattack, you're ready for the shot, right? Because if you're punching him and you're in range, he's in range, he might hit you back. So it's a good habit, and it helps you focus your breathing. I don't really know why else. It's just, I know it's good. I don't know entirely why, but it just makes sense to me to breathe out when you punch, when you exhale. I don't know. It's one of those things. I guess it's like shooting a rifle. You hold your breath and exhale for certain shots and inhale for other shots. But make sure you exhale on the way out. My friend actually was wondering why this thing needs some oil. Was wondering why most people who punch will have like a shh sound when they punch, and that's a lot of the reason is just because of the mouth guard, and it's just kind of, even without the mouth guard, you want to keep your teeth clenched, because if you get decked, you don't want to bite your tongue anyway. So a lot of the time, because of your teeth placement, your jaw placement, you're not gonna be able to go. You can, like, as long as you exhale, you're not doing anything wrong. But that's just how it is generally. People like it. If you don't like it, you know, do whatever. You can scream if you want to go ah ah ah. You know, some people do that too. But it's better to keep your mouth shut in case you do get hit. You know, you don't bite your tongue, you don't lose any teeth. But that's just usually what people do. It's just, people like it. It, you know, it makes sense. Just right? So make sure you exhale. The hook punches are similar, also uppercuts, to the cross, is where where you're using a lot of your body. You're really driving with your body, and you'll notice this as you spar, fight more. The more you use your shoulders and arms, the less damage you do, the less force you'll have, and you'll get tired really fast if you just, like I said in my other video, you don't ever want to straight up powerhouse punch, right? Use your body, keep everything fast and crispy. Technique is the key here. You'll do more damage doing a punch like this than you will doing that. And you're gonna get tired after like literally 4 punches. If you go 100% like this, just driving your shoulder, you're gonna get tired really fast and you're gonna get knocked out. So don't do that. So the hook, as opposed to the 1-2, is a radial or circular attack. The 1-2 is just straight. So these are your fast punches. They go straight to the guy. The hook comes from the side, from the I guess you could say 90. I really don't know. It's not really it's more of a, it's just short of 90. You're still kind of, you have an angle at the guy. It's not like you're coming in square. But the hook is interesting because a really well done hook will have, it's kind of like counter steering, if you know counter steering. Basically the idea of counter steering is, if you're turning left, you intentionally turn right just for a second to lean, to get a better lean angle turning left. So it's the same, I'm going to show just because left hook. So the left hook is going to come this way. So you're going to turn your body like this. And that's a more basic hook. It's still good, you're turning everything. And like with the cross, you don't want to just punch like this because you get no power. So make sure you turn, get some rotation behind the punch. And so what I was saying with the counter steering part is, a really well hook, especially body shots, which are my favorite, you want to, just for like a split second, maybe like just a couple inches, 2 or 3 inches, turn to the left. Dip your shoulder down and to the left, and it sets up your hook, if that makes sense. So instead of just straight up punching like this, you intentionally just, it's almost like chambering a punch, I guess, in karate. You intentionally kind of do this, a little bit of a twist, and then you're loaded back here because your lead shoulder is forward. So instead of it being forward, you've moved it back just a bit. Now you can come in with the hook, right? So this is especially apparent and easy to see for the body shots, because body shots, you're here, you're weaving, you're here, and you gotta dig into the body anyways. So it's really obvious when you do body punches, not so much when you do hooks, but if you can, you always want to just a little bit, just dip your shoulder, turn to the side. So shoulders and hips, make sure on the way, on the extension of the punch, you turn this foot out, turn your hip hip in, and make sure you have your guard up here. It's common for a lot of people to throw this handle drop or this handle drop on the way back, so make sure, always keep your hands up. That's like literally the most important rule about punching, is keep your hands up. Whether you're punching or like retracting, always keep your hands up. A good way to do it, one of my masters taught me, was imagine you have like a beach ball resting on your forearms. So if you do this, you keep the beach ball in between your arms. If you do this, the beach ball kind of falls out. And I think actually I've seen some guy actually do that. He taped something to his arms, and then if you had bad technique, like, it would fall. It's pretty cool, but just imagine it that way. Like, if you drop your hands or something, you know, the beach ball will fall. So make sure, punch here and pull it back. You can't really, you can pull the hook back the way you came, but I usually just hook and just pull it straight back. So you don't want to come back that way, if that makes sense. And unlike the 1-2, where there's a lot of snap, you generate that that snap with the punch. The hook and the uppercut, you kind of drive it in more so. You don't want to kind of pull it back because there's no rotation on the punch. And this is actually a common debate among a lot of people, is how you should throw the hook. And for me, I like throwing it with the thumb up and fist or palm facing towards you, like this. So some people like to punch like this. Either way is fine. I find this, you get better, you get a better angle with, not an angle, you get a better alignment with your hand, with the rest of your hand. You get a better, it feels more solid when I punch like this, as opposed to like this. That's how I feel, just because it's more of a locked position. It's like throwing, I don't know, a sledgehammer or something. That's what it feels like. It's not moving. Like you kind of lock the wrist and the elbow here, and you're punching with the knuckles out. Not really gonna notice in the glove, but the knuckles are more at the forefront of your punch, as opposed to here. They're kind of the main striking knuckles are kind of at the back. Really old school Kung Fu karate masters will have really scary knuckles right here, the ring finger and the pinky. Like, they're just as tough, if not tougher, than these two. Also, because this is getting, I'm getting really sidetracked, but if you follow the alignment into your elbow, these two knuckles actually are straighter. You get a better striking, I don't know, angle, I guess. So really old school guys who will beat the shit out of you, even though they're like 90 years old, they'll have really tough knuckles right here, the bottom two, and the way they punch, they really take advantage of this alignment of the hand, of how the human body works. So I personally like to do thumb up. Again, it's preference. I would say it's better. I mean, whatever works for you, you know. So make sure, though, you do have a slight bend in the elbow. You don't want to throw the hook like this, or you don't want to throw it too straight, because the power doesn't come from like the roundhouse kick. It doesn't come from a radial attack. The sharper the angle here at the elbow, the more force you have. Yeah, but you don't want to have like an acute angle. So 90 and a bit above 90 is what you're aiming for, because most of the time you're gonna punch with maybe 100 something. But keep it pretty tight here. Make sure, I forgot to tell you with the other punches, but god damn, this thing's noisy. When you punch, make sure you